Hello everyone, my name is Ocheni Kazeem Oneshojo and I'm a poet. Welcome to another episode of the poems I love. And I'll be reading three of my favorite poems. I'll start by reading Celestial Being by my friend who is a poet in Unilag. I'll read. I shall berth my ship at the ocean shore core, without my anchor, sunk deep in its belly. I shall reach for the Everest peak and descend from thence, with my arms open to the wind's embrace. I shall eat my cake and have it, by no devious means. I shall kill two birds with a stone, no magic conjured. I shall make a heap of my earnings and expend it on relish, with no thought for tomorrow. I am a celestial being. My existence transcends the conventions of this transient world. I need not the universe's favor to survive, for the universe is mine to rule. This is a reflective poem by my friend Durodola. This poem appeared in Inverse Journal. It's a poem that reflects on life and some obstacles that you can overcome. The adage goes, they say, you don't kill two birds with a stone. But yeah, the poet is trying to tell us that I I shall I shall kill two birds with a stone, no magic conjure, which means there are some certain things we think are impossible for us, but if we are having positive thoughts on these things, we will definitely achieve them. And the poet calls himself a celestial being, which is a heavenly name. I'm a celestial being, which means no matter any obstacles, no matter how, even though the world is transient, in this transient, he's still going to overcome its obstacles and the ones that are quite impossible. So he ends the poem by saying, "For the universe is mine to rule." So if you believe in yourself and you try to go beyond your capability, your expectations, definitely the universe will be yours to rule. I'll read my second poem by Oswald Mbuyiseni Mtshali, who is a South African poet. It's a poem, so I'll read. A title, Just a Passerby. I saw them clobber him with cherries. I heard him scream with pain like a victim of slaughter. I smelt fresh blood gush from his nostrils and flow on the street. I walked into the church and knelt in the pew. Lord, I love you. I also love my neighbor. Amen. I came out, my heart as light as an angel's kiss on the cheek of a saintly soul. Back home I strutted, past a crowd of onlookers. Then she came in, my woman neighbor. Have you heard? They've killed your brother. Oh no. I've heard nothing. I've been to church. So this is a poem by Mtshali that reflects on the South apartheid policy, South apartheid regime, where we have the separation of the blacks and the white, we have the white South Africans and the black South Africans. The white South Africans, they enjoy some certain privileges because they are white, while the black doesn't enjoy that kind of privilege. So during this period, we can see many killings that occur during that period. We see the white killing the blacks. Let me make reference to Arthur Fugard's since the Bansi is there. We can see the South apartheid regime, the life they experienced during that regime. So the poet is trying to show us what it's like during that regime. And he said he saw them clobbering with carries. Carry is a form of African machete, which means It might be the police and it might be the white South Africans, and he smelt fresh blood gush from his nostrils and flow on the street. So there's like a feeling, a mood there, like indifference, which means the death of his brother is something he expects already. It's not that it's unexpected because of the current situation that the South African was during that period. So it's not new to him. He went to church and he said, Lord, I love you. And he loved his neighbor too. So I'll read my third poem now. Now the title of my third poem is Dreams Die in a Lifetime. It's actually a poem that was inspired by this my previous poem. So it's a poem written during the Yawata killing as in Benue, Makurdi. So I'll read. While we were going back home, I asked mother, will father be at home? I asked mother with a grin, with a smile on my face. Mother knows father promised me a gift. I asked mother again, Mother, will brother also be at home? Mother knows that brother promised me a gift. She replied, they will be at home, enjoying the cool breeze under the tree. Me and mother went home. We saw traces of blood spilled on the floor. We saw faces of men filled with tears. Then I saw father's old black shoe, his legendary shoe. Then I saw brother's old poem with the title Dreams Die in a Lifetime. Mother and I looked at uncle with a stern. We asked, Uncle, where is father, brother, and the others? He replied, they have been burnt. Mother stood, looking at the scattered ashes on the floor. I saw burnt long and short bones. Mother stood silent, looking at uncle. I stood silent, looking at the desecrated floor. Mother asked uncle again, where is father and brother? Uncle replied, they got burnt. Mother stood motionless and she went away. So this poem was actually inspired by just a passerby. It's a poem I wrote to honor those people that died during the Yawata mass killing. So the poem centers on a child a child with his mother coming from the farm, and the child is very, very inquisitive. The child knows that definitely when they get home there will be gift. She is expecting something, but instead of seeing his father and his brother, he sees their burnt body. So it's actually a poem that reflects on the consequences of mass killing and the effect it will have on the reader. Here we can see a psychological trauma in this poem for the child and the mother. So the end of the poem is mother stood motionless and she went away. So there are some type of pain we feel, some type of grief, but you don't need to cry to express yourself. It's silence that used to express yourself. So in this context of the poem, the mother, instead of weeping, they killed my son and my husband, she went away, which means which means as she went away in the poem, she has a psychological disorder. She can't come back to that compound again because the grief is too much for her to bear. So silence is the best way. She has to walk away. So that's just how the poem is. So my two poems centers on mass killings and the effect other humans have on other humans, and one of the other poems centers on how to overcome impossibilities and the possibility that you can definitely overcome that without minding what the rules that has already been laid down. Thank you once again. Ocheni Kazeem Oneshojo. Well, this is another episode of the Poems I Love, and I hope you really enjoy your time with us. Thank you.